this is my summer reading vlog. When I was picking out books for my July TBR video, there was a couple that I was able to choose, and those happened to actually be some summary books, and so it made me think, why not do like a summer reading vlog? I've also seen it all over YouTube about people doing like seasonal reading vlogs, and I was like, this is going to be really fun because one, that I could get some fun summer reads in that match the season that it is right now, and then two, because I can get some books off of my TBR. So I was like really excited for this video, figured out what books I was going to do, and then so I was going to actually do the People We Meet on Vacation and The Roommate Situation from my TBR. But I already got The Roommate Situation read. I read that in like one sitting. It was really easy. It was like a 6-hour audiobook, and I just went along with the book and just couldn't put it down, and it was a really easy read. So that one has already been read. So now we have, I want to try and get 6 books read in this video. We will see if that happens because I might be a little ambitious. I was actually wanting to start this video yesterday, but then I got way too drained from the sun from work, so that I just kind of laid around all day yesterday. And so I was like, today I'm going to film this, especially since I'm like working on organizing my puzzle. I got a new puzzle board, and it's like really exciting, so I kind of had to have it like be all over the place because I haven't had a really good spot to put my puzzle. Now I have my puzzle board, so I've been working on it, and I was like, why don't I just listen to an audiobook while I do this and read? That is why I'm like, okay, let's sit down, we're gonna start filming this, and that's what I'm doing right now. Heck yeah. I want to try and get these books read, but we will see what happens. Anyways, went a little bit off the rail. Let's talk about what we're going to be reading. So the first book I want to get read in this video is Summer Reading. I actually have 58% of this book already read. I have had this video planned for a little bit, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to be really fun. And I went to the library, was picking up books for this video, and I just immediately started reading in the car. So here is a clip of that. I was eating, I just like read a little bit of this. I was able to read one chapter with the book, and then I was like, I'm really hungry, so I'm gonna start eating while I read. So I just like sat there for a little bit, filmed it until my camera ran out of space, because it's been running out of space since I've started filming YouTube videos on it. It's this whole other thing. And then I started reading it a little bit more that day, read a lot in my bed. So didn't get any more footage of that, but I have 58, and I was like, okay, before I read any more of this book, I need to film. So this will be the first book that we're gonna start because I want to get it finished, and that's what I'm going to be listening to while I work on my puzzle. So I have the physical copies for 4 more out of the 6 that I want to read. The other one is at the library currently. I had to wait for it to get sent to me. I had to hold on it, and now it's available to be picked up, so I'm going to go get that today. So the one that I'm waiting for is People We Meet on Vacation, and then here are the other 4. So It Happened One Summer, Paradise Island, The Daughter of the Pirate King, and Never Coming Home. So these all seemed fun. We have 2 kind of more mystery books, and that is Paradise Island by one of my favorite YouTubers, Sam and Colby. So I was like, this is really fun. It's going to be like a really short read. I had listened to the kind of sample version on Audible to see if I wanted to listen to it. And I don't like the fact that Sam and Colby are not narrating it, because it's a Sam and Colby experience story and they wrote it. So I think I'm just gonna physically read this. I have not done that at all this year. Wish me luck. We're gonna see if I can do this. This is definitely gonna be an interesting time. Never Coming Home, I think, is about, they invite 10 people on the island, and then some stuff starts happening. I don't really remember, but it's definitely an island, kind of more summery read. This one is too. They're on an island, so I figured those would be perfect for a summer read. So then we have Daughter of the Pirate King, and this is actually one of my 24 books for 2024. I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to get it read through this video. So yeah, that's the Daughter of the Pirate King. Also because it's so piratey, and I feel like pirates fit with the summer because they're on the sea and stuff like that, so that's why I picked this book. And then It Happened One Summer, literally summer is in the title. And then the same thing with People We Meet on Vacation, they both kind of give summery vibes, so I wanted to read both of those. But anyways, that's all the books I wanted to read. I just wanted to talk a little bit more about summer reading. I'm liking this book so far. It's definitely kind of fast-paced, which is good for summer reads, but the romance, like, we're only 50% of the way, and we've already, like, we're definitely pretty far in the romance so far. They've been on a couple dates and stuff, which is fine. I just sometimes really love slow burn, but it does feel very fast-paced, which is good because I feel like for summer reading that should be good. So the main love interest, hot. The main girl, fun. I like to be in her brain. She's dyslexic, so that's really interesting to have kind of a new take on a book. But my favorite character, I think, in this book so far is her stepbrother. Sam needs to go back to the island that she grew up to go kind of watch her brother for the summer while her dad and her stepmom go on vacation. And so she's here, and like there isn't a really good relationship between her and her brother because there's like a 10-year age gap, I think, and she was like a teenager when he was born. It was like this whole thing. So they definitely have this rift between them, and he's like a teenager now, and so like he's definitely like moody, and he just wants to go to robotics camp and things like that. And it's definitely interesting to kind of see how they're bonding and how they're kind of getting to know each other, because they just really don't know each other, because she was super grumpy that he was born when she was a teenager. Very hard time to have like a new baby and a new mom in the situation. But yeah, so I'm not like, I don't know if it's the narrator that's like making me not super attracted to the guy or what it is. Like, he's fun. I like to have him around. I like their interactions and things like that, but it's not my absolute favorite so far. There's not enough tension, I feel, building between the two characters, but it's, again, a fun little summer read. I'm gonna go read more of this. I'm gonna go listen to the audiobook while I work on my puzzle, and then I need to do some cleaning up. That's why I'm kind of just like in loungewear, because I need to clean, and then I need to go shower, and then I'm gonna go hang out with my friend later today. So I just want to get some reading in. So let's see how much more of this book I can get read while I'm working on my puzzle and while I'm cleaning. Have read a little bit more of the book. I have, I think, about 2 hours and 18 minutes left of the audiobook. I'm 80% of the way done, so that's exciting. I'm liking it, but I'm not loving it. The romance is just not hitting for me in this book. It's just there's not a lot of tension, and so now they're like, things are happening, they're getting together kind of stuff, and it's just, I'm like, there wasn't enough substance to begin with, so that I'm just kind of struggling with that. But I do really like the relationship with, like, you know, the sibling bond between her and her brother that they're starting to form. I like her best friend. I like kind of the mystery going on with the love interest. It's just the romance itself is just not hitting. So that's just a little bit disappointing, but it does give the summer vibes. So I did read it for that. Right now, I would probably give it a 3-star is what I'm kind of feeling right now, but I will get back to you guys once I've read a little bit more. It's starting to kind of pick up, because like something with like the mystery of what's going on with the main love interest's dad, it's kind of starting to pick up. So I'm like, ooh, okay, and that's probably what the last little bit of this book is gonna be. I'm going to go see what happens. So I will get back to you guys when I have read more or when I have finished this book, and I will tell you guys my final ratings. So I have about 30 minutes left of the book. I was able to do some reading yesterday, so I did a little bit of editing, and I hung out with my friends, and while I was hanging out with my friends, I listened while I was driving around. I was filming on my camera, but the card ran out of space, and I actually have to leave to go have dinner with my family, so I don't have time to clear that off. So I was like, let me just quickly update on my phone. So yeah, I'm really close to finishing it. I have like so little left, so I'm going to be listening to the rest of the book on my drive to go see my family, and then I'm probably going to finish it, and then I'm also probably going to start It Happened One Summer either on the way back or depending on how long it's going to take me to get there, because it's going to be about like a 40 minute drive. So yeah, so that's the update. I will update my full review after I get back, and I'll let you know where I'm at with the new book that I'm going to start. So yeah, that is my update. Summer reading. I did it. I finished it. I was, by the end, I was just kind of like, I just want to get this read. I had like 30 minutes left when I last checked in with you guys, and I was just like, I'm gonna get this read. I kind of sped it up a little bit on the audiobook when I was driving to my grandma's house. So I was able to get it read on the drive there, and I finished it. So I ended up rating this book 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite. I did like her brother and the relationship that they grew over the time, becoming brother and sister, and actually, like, you know, not hating each other. So that was really cool. It was really fun to see their dynamic grow. I really liked her and her best friend. It was interesting to kind of have her best friend have some issues that she was dealing with. The mystery with like the love interest wasn't something that I was expecting. I thought it was an interesting twist on that. But the whole romance itself, I was like, there were small things that the love interest did that was like, oh, that's really cute. But I just like, there wasn't enough tension and there wasn't enough build up between the two characters. Their chemistry just wasn't fully there. They were cute, but they just weren't my favorite. But yeah, it was a really good summer, just easy, fun read. But I don't think I would be ever reading it again. But I am glad that I was able to read it, and like, it did give me some summer vibes. But yeah, so on to the next book. I started It Happened One Summer. So I've read one Tessa Bailey book before, and I did remember enjoying it, but I was like a little in between as well, just because, you know, like, it didn't super hit for me because it was a little bit more spicy, and I kind of needed that like more tension in the romance aspect of things. I did like that one, but it just wasn't my favorite. So this is my second ever Tessa Bailey book, and I'm gonna see if I like it. I really like the way that it has started out. It has an interesting premise. Basically, it's about a rich girl who, you know, likes to party and is very much like into social media, which is interesting. And then now she has to go to the small town in Oregon or Washington. I can't fully remember where it is because I did just start this book today. It's interesting that she's gonna have to go work for her stuff now. She's not just gonna be this spoiled little rich girl. She's so like focused on unimportant things, so I'm interested to see how she's gonna kind of come out of her shell and how this relationship between the two characters are going to play out. So I am this far into the book so far. I barely started. I think I'm an hour into the audiobook. But yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how this happens. It is kind of hard to go from one rom-com to another rom-com. So I'm actually gonna try and read Paradise Island in between when I read It Happened One Summer, just so I can kind of break things up, because this is kind of like a mystery summer thing, and then this is a rom-com, and I just don't want to burn myself out too much in this video. And so I am also going to try and read this one. Also a reminder, I want to try and read this without the audiobook, and I like rarely ever do that. I do a lot of like following along with the book as I'm listening, so it's really rare that I like just read the book without listening. But it is one of my goals this year to read more books without the audiobook, because I want to try and step out of my comfort zone a little bit. So that's what this is going to be. So it's going to be a little bit of change of pace in both aspects of the way I'm reading it and the genre I'm reading it in. I might read a little bit more of this one today before I go to bed. I am about to get ready for bed and head to bed, but I think for right now I'm done with this one for the day. It's an interesting start, and I'll catch more up on it tomorrow. And then maybe I'm just in bed. I'll just be like starting this one a little bit. We'll see. I'm in like the middle of so many books right now. It's fine. So I don't want to keep like starting on these ones without finishing them. I will catch up with you probably tomorrow when either like probably after work, because I do have a full-time job that I have to do in between these. But I'm still hoping and crossing my fingers that I can get this all filmed by the end of this week. But yeah, I'm gonna go do some more reading. I was able to get a little bit of this read right before I'm going to bed. I got like 6 pages read. It's a little hard because they're real people that like I'm aware of, and so it's just hard to kind of like place them in this book setting, especially since you get like a little bit more than like you would with a YouTube video, because you get like sometimes like inner thoughts and things like that. So it's a little bit challenging in that sense, and then it is a little bit just because I struggle reading without an audiobook. So but anyways, I was able to get 6 pages done, and we're gonna count that good. I have not updated all day because I've been at work all day, and then I've been reading after work all day. I like did a little bit in between, but I just like couldn't stop reading. So that's exciting. I'm really enjoying this book so far. Like the dynamic is really cute. I like that there's like deeper things that they're having to figure out. The spice is good. It's just cute. It's cute. It's not like making me kick my feet and be like, oh my God, but it's like, okay, this is cute. I ship them. I like this a lot. And I like this one better than the last book I read, so that's exciting. But yep, so I'm gonna go read a little bit more before bed, which I shouldn't do because like I'm gonna go to bed really late. But I have about 2 hours and like 53 minutes, I think it was, on my audiobook. So I'm like almost done. Like I zoomed through it so much today. I read some of it at work, and I read some of it, like a lot of it after work. So that is the update, and I'm gonna go read some more. Hey guys, so it's actually been a second since I've updated y'all. I was having a hard time filming on my camera because I kept running out of space, so then I had to take time to just completely clean out my storage card, and then I also just need to get a new storage card so this doesn't happen in the future. And then I've also just had like a hard day and a half, so I didn't read it all for this video at all yesterday. I barely read it all. And then I was just kind of getting burnt out after finishing It Happened One Summer. But now I am back, and I wanted to film kind of an update before it got too late. I was just editing a video, and now I need to go get some food. But yes, I just wanted to give an update before I started my next book. So I finished It Happened One Summer. So I think I gave this 3.75 stars. It wasn't quite to a 4-star, but it was really cute. I actually like this book a lot better than I liked the first Tessa Bailey book. I loved the like scenery. I loved like the idea of this book with like, you know, this rich girl going to the small town. I loved the male interest. I loved the female interest. It was cute. It was cute as crap. And I loved like Piper a lot. Like she was a fun main character to be in her mind. And I also liked Brendan too. They were just cute, and they like worked together really well. And though it was a little fast paced than I would probably normally like, it was still good, and I still like, you know, still pine for them. The spice was good. So I can see like why it would need to be a little bit faster, because, you know, they're spice and they get together and like things happen, you know. But it was really cute. I liked how the ending played out because certain things happened, and I was like, okay, I'm glad that like was, you know, for sure taken care of. You know, there's no question about it. So yeah, I definitely want to read the next book. I'm like itching to read the next book with her sister Hannah, but I was like, no, I need to read the books in this video before I can read anything else. I definitely want to read more Tessa Bailey, and she seems like a good, fun, spicy, just fast-paced author. But if I'm in the mood for slow burn, maybe not pick up Tessa Bailey. But yeah, no, I definitely want to try more of her books, and I can't wait to read Hannah's story, like I was saying. And then on to my next book. So I'm going to switch it up and I'm going to read the only fantasy that I have in this video, and it's going to be Daughter of the Pirate King. I thought this would be a perfect option because it's kind of, I associate pirates with summer because they're on the like ocean and they're doing, you know, piratey things. I've been nervous to pick up this book because I think it's going to be a little bit more YA than I would like to read. I'm like kind of iffy about what I like about YA. I think I do like YA. I just think I've been picking up the wrong YA books. But I am excited to try this author. I do have this book signed. So this is the one I actually own. So I have this book signed, which is funny because I've never read anything by this author. I had an old friend that I don't talk to anymore, who lives across the country. She like had mentioned how much she loves this author, and she was coming to my hometown. So I was like, oh, do you just want to send me the books that you own and I'll get them signed for you? And while I was there, I just got my own copy signed. I'm excited to try this. I've had it on my TBR for a while, ever since buying this book from the author, and I definitely want to give the author a shot. She was really nice when I met her in person, and I think that she will hopefully be someone that I enjoy reading. I'm kind of a little bit nervous to jump into this book, just especially since it's so short, and I'm also just nervous to read any pirate book because The couple pirate books that I've picked up have just been slightly disappointing. They haven't been as like action-packed or like, ooh, piratey adventure as that I would like them to be, and maybe it's just because it's like the start of a story and so we're not quite there yet. So I'm just nervous now to pick up pirate books because I don't think there's very many options, and the ones that I've read just haven't been like the best. But I'm going to try and read this book. I'm determined. It's only a 7-hour audiobook. I could get this read so fast. I just need to start it. So the plan is to get it started today. I'm probably gonna read on my couch for a little bit after I eat, and then maybe read while I'm working on laundry. So yeah, I will try and vlog as much as I can, but I'm gonna go start it now. So after that last clip, I just like quickly like opened it up and was like reading a little bit. This little map is making me excited. This is really fun. And the fact that it has a Captain Jack Sparrow quote, love Pirates of the Caribbean. That's why I'm like, want to read pirate books, but I've been so disappointed because like Pirates of the Caribbean is so fun. So the fact that it has a Pirates of the Caribbean quote kind of makes me excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. That's cool. Okay, this is really fun. Okay, I really like this so far. This was a really fun first chapter and start to a book. Absolutely. I like the writing too. The writing's nice and easy to follow along with. I like the characters so far. Like I like our main girl. She's a badass. Hello, this is Editing Angela. So I was editing this and I realized I didn't vlog a couple things. Also ignore the little like glare at the bottom of the screen. My screen protector cracked and it cracked like right over my front camera. So that's really cool. But I was like, I'm editing this really quickly and I just wanted to film so that like there isn't just like a weird drawing jump from one vlog to the next. So that's why I'm here. Basically, I never vlogged that I finished Daughter of the Pirate King, and I never vlogged that I was like, I'm starting Never Coming Home, and didn't vlog anything of Never Coming Home. So that's really good. The only thing that I did for Never Coming Home was like a very short video of me reacting to the video, and that's the next clip. And then at the very end of the video, I'm gonna kind of wrap it all together and tell you all of my feelings about all the books. But that's kind of what's going on right now, and that's what this video is for. Bro, what? That was the most unsatisfying ending to a book ever. Are you kidding me? It didn't even confirm or deny, bro. What the fuck? Hey guys, so sorry for the bad lighting. I'm literally in bed, right about to go to bed. But I wanted to kind of get a quick update before I go to sleep. So I wanted to do this earlier and kind of do like a final finish of the video because I read all the books. Yeah. I was really struggling with that last one, and I was really debating if I was gonna be able to finish it, but I did it. I finished it. I'm so proud of myself. But now I'm a little like, but I did it, and I'm very proud of myself, and I've never done it before, and I wanted to come update and be like, I did it, but I don't have the brain to talk about it right now. Like, my brain is fried because I'm exhausted. It's been a long week. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow when I'm a little bit more fresh brained and have some sleep and kind of talk about each book and like my favorite of the week and just like this whole experience. But yeah, so I did it. I read all the books. I'm so proud of myself. Hey guys, so it's the next day, like I was saying last night in my little quick right before bed vlog. So I just again wanted to wrap up everything I read, kind of talk about each book a little bit more again, and finish up this video. This was super fun to do. I've seen this all over YouTube about people doing like summer reading vlogs or just like reading vlogs in general to try and, you know, get their TBR read. And honestly, this helped me a lot to get a lot of books read this month, which was surprising. It's my most read book month so far of the year, so that's wild, and definitely this video has helped with that. It was so fun to just kind of be in the summery vibe and kind of have a way to like keep reading and just be like, oh well, you know, I need to keep filming my video and stuff. So that was really cool. I got this read a little bit faster than I was expecting because some of these books I just kind of read really fast, which were probably not the best, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not worried about that right now. A little recap. Summer reading was the first book I read. It definitely was kind of a slower start. I actually read The Roommate Situation before I started filming this video, and so it was like a nice, ooh yes, let's keep going with this. But then I read Summer Reading, and it was cute, like I was saying, but it wasn't my favorite. I ended up rating it 3 stars. Like, the romance just didn't hit for me, but the relationship between her and her brother were really cute. So I did like that aspect, but it just wasn't absolutely my favorite. So yeah, I rated it right in the middle with 3 stars. So then we went into my second ever Tessa Bailey book with It Happened One Summer. This was super cute, spicy, fun little, like, definitely summer vibes, which was cool. I loved Piper. She was a super cute main character. I loved the idea of, you know, this rich girl going into the small town. The whole premise was really cute. The spice was good. The romance was cute. It could have been a little better. It felt a little fast-paced, but like overall, it was a cute, fun, fast read, which I really liked, and that was the purpose of this video. So I'm really glad I got this read, and I can't wait to read the second book following what her sister's romance is. Oh, I forgot to say, and I rated this 3.75 stars. So then I changed things up a little bit with a fantasy, and it was The Daughter of the Pirate King. I absolutely love this. Again, I got this book signed by the author because I went to go get something else signed for a friend, and I was like, I might as well get one, and I'm so glad I own this now because I love this book so much. I ended up in the middle of reading the books for this video. I ended up reading The Siren Queen right before reading finishing the last book in this video, and I loved it. It was so cute. It was so good. It's such a good duology, and I can't wait to read more from this author. So I ended up rating this 4.25 stars, and I ended up rating The Siren Queen 4.5 stars. So it wasn't quite a 5-star series, but it was very close, and I'm really glad that I added this into this video because it was a nice little change up from the romance and the rom-com, and it kind of gave, you know, some action-y, and it was a nice little breakup book for sure. So then we went right back into rom-com with Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation. I love this book as well. It was my second ever Emily Henry book, and for the most part, I loved it. There was like a little bit in there that I didn't fully love, but overall I rated this 4.75 stars. It was so close to a 5 stars if the ending had just been like a little bit more than what I was wanting, but I like read like this like for an hour and a half like one day, and then I finished the entire book the next day on a Sunday. So really enjoyed it, couldn't put it down. Really fun, fast, summery read, and I'm glad that I read this. So then we finished up this video with Never Coming Home. I actually was going to try and read A Paradise Island by Simon Colby as well, but I just realized that I wouldn't be able to get it read in time for this video, and I kind of wanted to wrap things up, and it was just going to be too hard. So I took that one out, but I did read this one. I almost didn't get through this book. It probably was the worst book to put at the very end of this video. It was hard. It was hard. I kind of just pushed myself through, and I was like, I just want this book read. I wanted to see, you know, the mystery at the end, which wasn't even that satisfying, which was a little bit of disappointment. The elements in this book that were supposed to be like, ooh, you know, like just were not hitting very hard. And I think just the age range of this book wasn't the best for me. I think it could have been cooler and a lot better if it was like middle 20s, like, you know, a little bit higher 20s, because the whole premise of this island is that anyone under the age of 21. So I feel like if it was under the age of like 25 or something, it could have been a little better. It just didn't fit, like, it just didn't feel like it fit with the age range, with like the celebrity status that they had and the secrets that they had. Just didn't feel like they fit for teenagers. And maybe it's just because I'm 26 and so it just didn't hit, and maybe it would have hit better if I read this around the age group. It just wasn't my favorite. It felt like there was way too much like info dumping about each character, because there was 10 characters, so it was really hard to kind of like all these characters, because I felt like we were more talking about their past and backstories rather than having stuff happen on the island and like, oh, you know, like I just felt like it wasn't executed very well, and it just wasn't a book for me. So that was a bummer, but I did finish reading it, and I was worried that I wasn't going to finish reading it, so I ended up rating this 2 stars. It's the lowest book in this video, but I am glad that I finished it, even though the ending was infuriating. But yeah, that was all the books. I can't believe I read so many books in such a short amount of time. I've been in a lot, kind of a book slump a lot last year and a lot this year. I keep saying that on this channel, but it's just the reality of the situation. It was really kind of cool to be reading a lot this month. I definitely need a little bit of a break, a little bit of a step back. I don't know what I'm going to read next, but I read my fun summer reads, so very proud of that. I don't really know what else to say. It's my first kind of video doing this, and I definitely want to do more in the future. But again, it was just really nice to have, you know, it felt like I had a reason to keep reading these books and keep reading, because I was filming. So that was fun. But I just want to be careful so that I'm not feeling like I have to just read for videos, and it's like more of like a, oh, well, I need to make a YouTube video, so I gotta read. So I just gotta be careful, because I take things way too literally because of my brain. I think we had a pretty successful video. I think we had some really good books in there. We kind of have a variety, no quite 5 stars, but I wasn't expecting any 5 stars just because they're fun summer reads, and I don't think that fun summer reads sometimes are just like meant to be mind-blowing 5 stars, but they were a lot of fun to read. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video, and you have a wonderful day.